Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Brian Simmons with eXp Realty, and I wanted to just do a quick video for you here about when will this bubble pop in relation to the housing market. And so that's something that I've heard a lot of people ask questions about, and seen a lot on the news about, read a bunch of articles about, and everything. And so I just wanted to answer that for you guys in what I see from being in the market and being, just doing a lot of research on the topic. And so the first thing that, if we're asking the question, when will this bubble pop, we're assuming that we're in a bubble. And so I think that's, the first thing is just addressing whether we are or are not. And I would say, yeah. I mean, by definition, a bubble is just a rapid escalation in value of a given market. And so, yeah. I mean, we've been seeing 20% or so, over the last year, depending on if you look at the national market or a local market or whatever. But let's just say it's 20% a year. Like, that's rapid escalation when you're talking about the values of homes. And so yeah, I'm gonna say we're in a bubble. I would agree, with what a lot of people are saying is that escalation of values at that rate, 20% or better, is not sustainable. I don't know. I don't think it's sustainable, is the thing. Is it technically, like, sure, they could continue to go up at 20% and we'd have just insane prices, and that could happen. Stranger things have happened. If you don't think so, look at the whole tulip mania deal that was in, the 1600s, where tulip cost over $50,000 in today's money. That was crazy. I don't think we're going to get to anything like that, but as an example, like, weird stuff can happen. Um, and you never know, right? So I don't think we're going to see, more 20% type stuff going on for year after year after year. Um, what I actually see happening is not, the bubble popping, where it's just all of a sudden like everybody's panic selling and the market crashes. I don't see that happening, because you have to think about, if you're panic selling real estate, panic selling your home, what is your alternative, right? Where are you going to go? It's not like a stock market where you can sell all your stocks and put your money into a bank account and it's still sitting there safely. Real estate is that safe thing. It's very, very safe as an investment over, the long term. It's historically been a safe investment. So if you sell your house in a panic, where are you going to go? You have to have a place that's to live, right? So that doesn't exist out of the house, right? Where are you going to go camping, or are you going to rent? There's not even hardly any rentals available. So, like, just the thought that people are going to panic sell, this bubble's going to pop, and all that's going to happen, I just don't see it happening. What I think is more likely is that we'll see, instead of the balloon popping, it'll be more like the balloon that's at your kid's birthday party that, like, got left in the corner, that just kind of, like, slowly starts to shrivel up. That's the better analogy than the popping. And I don't think it's going to actually shrivel up. I think it's just going to slowly come back to normal. And I think, that's the most likely scenario. What could happen that could change that and result in it being more of a rapid deal would be if interest rates, for example, stopped being, suppressed by the Fed, and or manipulated, or whatever you want to call it. If that happened and the rates went from, 3% to 6% on a mortgage, that would be something that I think would have a pretty dramatic effect on the market, because they would essentially take your ability to purchase and cut it down substantially. So, as an example, today at 3% interest on a 30-year loan, you a $500,000 house would be about 2,100 a month. That's assuming you put 20% down. Okay, 500K, 2,100 a month. That same 2,100, if rates went from 3 to 6%, that same 2,100 with 20% down will only buy you 350. Okay, so your purchasing power goes from 500 to 350 when rates go from 3 to 6%, according to my math, and you can check that yourself. But that's what I'm seeing. So that would have a substantial effect, I would think, on the market. The other one would be is if prices were to continue to skyrocket, and all of a sudden, a 3 bed 2 bath house in West Medford is like $700,000, like Bay Area type crazy. Um, then I don't think there's going to be as many people saying, "Hey, like I want to buy a 3 bed 2 bath house in South in West Medford for $700,000." I think the quantity demanded is going to go down substantially if that were to be the case. So those are a couple things that I could see happening. I don't think that last scenario I mentioned is likely at all. I think the more likely scenario is that we're just gonna kind of slowly like correct back to a normal market over a few years, and I think it's going to be a longer term deal. So when is it going to pop? I don't think it's going to pop. I think it's going to come back to normal. That's what I see. So uh, comment, let me know what your thoughts are if you think differently, and love to have a conversation with anybody that has different thoughts or questions or anything. So have a great one. Thanks.